Hey guys, Jonathan Soto here back again doing another movie review, and today we will be reviewing Justice League. Now, Justice League is directed by Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon and features Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, um, Amy Adams, uh, uh, Kieran Hayes, I think that's his name, or Dearnon Hayes or something, um, and Diane Lane. So the plot of Justice League is that now that Superman is dead, there has now that Superman is dead, like there's not much hope in the world, and and some aliens have been arriving to Earth and like kind of like try to they kind of cause destruction a bit and yeah, and then soon the another like this big alien named Steppenwolf goes into Amazon and like gets this cube called the Mother Box, which he needs three of those Mother Boxes to like make the whole world his own, to make it like apocalypse. So so yeah, and then while all that happens, Batman, we follow as Batman. He's trying to assemble a team of superheroes to try to save the world from these aliens that are coming. Um, so yeah, that's the whole plot of Justice League. So do I like Justice League? To be honest, not really. I don't really like Justice League. It could have been so much better, to be honest. Uh, yeah. This for this to be the first Justice League movie, this could have been so much better. They could have maybe took some inspiration from the first Avengers or something, or kept Zack Snyder in there. This movie could have been so much better. And I read like this movie was gonna be a bit better, and it was gonna be like 3 hours long originally, but then like it had so much problems with the production company, and they had to take off Zack Snyder, and they had to put in Joss Whedon, and Joss Whedon put in a lot of his own things, but like Joss Whedon, he he did he directed this movie kind of poorly in my opinion. This movie is very cheesy. It's very cartoony and very childish. Like literally, like if you look back at all the other DCEU movies, they're all dark and like have like a cool emotion in it, like a serious emotion in it. Where this one completely changes that and like brings us some like happy things and all that. And also, this movie does not develop much of characters. But like the only characters they do develop are Batman and Wonder Woman sort of, but like Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman don't really get much in this movie. But I read that there was a deleted scene that showed a lot of Flash, him rescuing a girl and like falling in love with her. If that was in the movie, that would have been so cool, and that probably would have made us care for Flash more. So yeah, the characters now since the characters don't have much story backstory, but like at times they are a bit entertaining. They are a bit entertaining. Like Flash is pretty funny, and Aquaman is pretty cool at times. But like Cyborg, in my opinion, he's the worst out of this movie. Like he doesn't even have much of anything at all. He doesn't. He barely even has a backstory. He's not cracking jokes. He's not doing any of that. He's just the person to just be the machine thing, like the technology thing of their team, and that's it. So yeah, but like Wonder Woman is cool in this movie. Just like in not like she's not as cool as she was in the Wonder Woman movie, but she was as cool as she was in Batman vs Superman. But like she has some stuff in this movie. Yeah, and Batman he and Batman he's okay in this movie. Like he's not as cool as he was in Batman vs Superman. They could have like made him as cool as he was in Batman vs Superman. He wasn't really as cool, and he wasn't really like as tough and violent like he was in Batman vs Superman. Um, and also Superman. I like the way Superman comes back to life. They resurrect Superman with the Mother Box, and like he comes back alive, evil, and and yeah, that whole scene was cool. Like, Superman is like evil and he's fighting off the Justice League, but then he turns good once he sees Lois Lane and gets all his memory back. That was really cool. So, but like Superman doesn't really have much in this movie either. He should have had a lot more in this movie, especially after he died. Like there could have been like maybe a bit more scenes between him and Lois, and maybe I saw somewhere that like this movie has a deleted scene of like when Superman goes back to the Kryptonian ship and like gets his suit again. It would have been cool to see that in the movie. But like Superman should have had a bit more. And also, the number one thing I hate about Superman is his face. Well, I'm not saying he's ugly or anything. I'm just saying like, um, Henry Cavill, at when he was making Justice League, he was also making another movie, Mission Impossible, the Mission Impossible Fallout. And so while he was doing that, he had like this mustache, but like he couldn't shave it off because like he wanted to do Mission Impossible more than he wanted to do Justice League. So like they had to like CGI his whole face and like the way the CGI in his face looks is so distracting and so ugly to look at, and it's not even cool. Yeah, like, and you can so tell his face is CGI. Like you can tell like his teeth are so computer generated. Excuse me. So yeah, but like all the scenes with like Superman like kicking butt and all that, like him fighting, like the alien creatures and Steppenwolf, those parts were cool. That's the characters. And also this movie is very colorful too. I think that's a bit of a positive because like all the other DCU movies weren't colorful except for Wonder Woman, which was very colorful. But like this movie is colorful, but like at times it's kind of hard to look at because like it's so CGI that like, and it's over the top in my opinion. Like sometimes like the colors get over the top. They probably they probably like should have used some of the color coding from Wonder Woman. This movie would have been way better if they did that. So the villain Steppenwolf, he's not really a compelling villain to me at all. Like literally all he wants is the boxes and that's it. Like there's no like emotion of him why he wants the boxes and all that. He just wants them. There's no like explanation or something or like why he wants this whole world to be his. We saw something like that already in a DCU movie, which was Man of Steel with General Zod. Within that movie, we saw like we got how why General Zod wanted this to be his planet. We totally got that, but here we don't. And Steppenwolf is not compelling like General Zod at all. They could have, and in my opinion, he's kind of like a copy and paste to General Zod in a way, with an axe. But like all the actors in this movie, they all do a good job for what they're given. Ben Affleck is still good as Batman. Henry Cavill sorry, sorry. If you saw my Briper movie review, you'll know why I'm coughing a lot. So yeah. Henry Cavill's still good as Superman, but like he gives off a much different performance than he did in the previous ones. And here he kind of acts like the Christopher Reeve Superman in ways. But like I kind of I enjoy that, but I just don't see like why that was necessary because like he was a completely different person in Batman vs Superman, and right here he's he's not what he was before. So like that does not make sense. So but it's still really entertaining to see Christopher Reeve performance back. So Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is still excellent. Ray Fisher as Cyborg, he's good for what he's given. Ezra Miller as Flash is really good, and Jason Momoa as Aquaman is awesome. And and yeah so yeah all the actors do a good job. Even the guy who plays Steppenwolf, he does a good job for what he's given. Um, the soundtrack to this movie is not really all that. Like this movie could have had a way better soundtrack. Like maybe like they could have like put the soundtrack from Batman vs Superman on here. Like maybe done that and like made it a bit different. Like Batman vs Superman did with Man of Steel. Like they could have brought those themes, but they didn't. Yeah. So like the soundtrack is, but like what the movie has is okay. It's okay. Yeah. This movie is kind of funny too at times, which at times the comedy does kind of work. At times it doesn't. Like the scene where like Commissioner Gordon is talking with the Justice League and like he turns around and they're all gone and like Flash is the only one left and he's like, "Wow, they really just vanished. That's rude." Yeah, that seems funny. Um, but like let's see. The pacing to this movie is very fast paced. This movie is very fast paced. It's a 2 hour long movie. You don't feel that runtime at all. It feels incredibly shorter. So I guess that's a positive. The action and all the effects are still pretty good. They're all really all the effects are really good. Like when like they're like fighting all the alien creatures and like fighting Steppenwolf. All those scenes are really cool. Um, so yeah. Uh, so yeah. This movie is not terrible. It's okay. There are a lot of things I enjoy. Like I enjoy in it. Yeah. All the action is really cool. Like all those scenes with the Justice League fighting are I think are like my favorite parts of this whole movie. Um, Let me think. Is there anything else to cover? Let me think. Let me think. I think that's it. To rate this movie, I think I'll give it a C plus. It's a C plus. It's an okay movie. So yeah. Bye and see you all in the next review.